Welcome to This Explainer. Let's dive straight into a 4,000-year-old geological cold case today. We are investigating a massive vanished river that literally birthed an entire civilization, only to completely disappear from the face of the earth. It's a true ancient mystery.
Now, look at this incredible contrast. On one hand, ancient Hindu mythology, specifically the Vedas, paints this vivid picture of a water-rich world. They praise the mighty, lush Saraswati River as this sacred, life-giving force. Yet today, if you go to that exact same region in northwestern India, what do you find? The bone-dry Thar Desert. It's sparsely inhabited by the Rika camel nomads who have to carefully conserve every tiny bit of vegetation just to survive.
This before and after is just so stark. And it brings us to a pretty profound mystery. You really have to ask yourself, how does a river that sustained an entire civilization just vanish? How could a vital lifeline that allowed these great ancient populations to prosper completely disappear, leaving behind nothing but towering sand dunes and myths?
Section 1. The Lost Vedic Lifeline.
So for 2 solid millennia, we're talking 6,000 to 4,000 BC, the Saraswati flowed in all its splendor. It was absolutely the lifeblood of the region. But then, right around 5,000 to 3,000 BC, this rapid decline kicks in. It's a massive desiccation event that actually contributed to the end of the Indus Valley civilization by 1900 BC. In a shockingly short geological time span, catastrophic natural events totally obliterated the river, giving us the Thar Desert we know today.
And we're not just talking about a minor stream here. Back in the Vedic period, the Saraswati was a massive, glacier-fed monster of a river system, coursing right between the modern Yamuna and Sutlej rivers. Geological data and ancient texts actually suggest it was much bigger than even the mighty Indus River. It was part of this vast network called the Sapta Sindhu, or the Seven Rivers, which provided abundant water for agriculture and early society.
Section 2. The Great Vanishing Act. Now, this is where it gets wild. Ancient Brahmana literature and the Vedas graphically describe mountains trembling, the destructive fire of the god Agni, and epic wars between gods and demons, like the god Indra battling a demon hiding in the mountains. But here's the kicker. We now understand these myths as early, dramatic human records of real geological equivalents. They were talking about volcanic episodes, massive landslides, and the violent tectonic uplift of the Himalayas. These ancient people were literally documenting extreme seismic upheavals as they happened.
Section 3. Hunting Ghosts from Space.
To actually prove that these tectonic shifts erased the river, modern scientists had to zoom way out. Utilizing an incredible array of tools, like Landsat satellite imagery, digital enhancements, and specialized radar, researchers essentially started hunting ghosts. Because standard cameras can't see through sand, right? So they used radar to detect subsurface features, alongside deep paleoclimatic records. And guess what? They spotted the rich, residual loamy soil and hidden paleo channels, completely buried beneath the desert sand. The footprint was still there.
Looking down from orbit, the progressive shifts and the abrupt termination of the Saraswati, also known as the Gaga River system, become crystal clear. Satellite data tracked these ancient channels right through modern-day Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan, and it reveals this really tragic story. The river didn't just dry up overnight. It progressively shifted westward in at least 4 distinct stages, basically getting choked out by encroaching sands and a changing landscape.
Section 4. Tectonics and Climate Culprits. Okay, so our space detectives found the missing body. But who were the culprits? Well, the science shows us the river got hit by a devastating 1-2 punch. First, Himalayan tectonism violently uplifted the Siwalik Hills. This catastrophe literally severed the river's crucial glacial meltwater connection. Without glaciers, it was reduced to a seasonal river. Then, major tributaries like the Sutlej and Yamuna either shifted away or were completely captured by other river systems, a geological phenomenon known as river piracy. Finally, variations in the Earth's orbit and tilt triggered severe aridity. The monsoons weakened drastically, and that lush landscape turned into the desert we see today.
Section 5. Water beneath the sands.
But hold on, because this cold case has a fascinating clue buried right beneath the nomad's feet. Enter isotope testing. Geologists analyze the chemical fingerprints, specifically the hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon signatures, of groundwater found deep underground in Rajasthan. By doing this, they can date the water and figure out exactly where it came from. They wanted to prove whether this water is recently recharged by modern rains or if it's something much, much older.
Which brings us to a mind-boggling question. If there's no river up top, why on earth is there fresh water trapped deep beneath a scorching desert? Well, the test results were absolutely stunning. They confirmed that these deep aquifers aren't from modern Himalayan rains at all. They are actually the trapped ancient waters of the lost Saraswati River itself. The river never truly left, it just went underground.
Section 6. A desert turning green? So, we've seen how nature destroyed a river over thousands of years. But here is the ultimate twist. Modern climate change is rewriting the landscape once again. Recent climate studies point out a staggering fact. This region experienced a dramatic 64% rise in precipitation between 2001 and 2023. Think about that. Instead of the parched dunes we expect, parts of the Thar Desert are currently seeing thick clouds and heavy downpours. It is literally ending the long, arduous water walks that local women have had to endure for generations.
So why the sudden downpours? It's because global warming is causing something called the Indian Ocean warm pool to expand and shift westward. This massive ocean heating engine is dragging the Indian summer monsoon right back over the arid northwest. We're looking at monsoon seasons lengthening by an incredible 70 to 90 days, and annual rainfall jumping from 45 to 70 centimeters. If this trend keeps up, it genuinely threatens to turn the entire desert green, entirely transforming the ecosystem back to a humid environment.
And that leaves us with a truly wild thought to wrap up this explainer. If ancient natural climate shifts and tectonic violence erased the mighty Saraswati, could our modern climate crisis ironically be the exact thing that brings its lush past back to life? It's a fascinating full-circle moment in planetary history. As the Earth's climate transforms once again, this legendary lost rivers environment just might be staging a grand green comeback. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the world around you.